So yeah, this week's fragrance trio is Opopanax. Now I do need to start going through the resins, don't I? But I picked a Opopanax because I love the name of it. Opopanax. It's also known as sweet myrrh. I suppose it does have a, I don't know why it is, maybe it's in my head because it's called that, but it does have a slight myrrhy feel, but not really. To me, Opopanax is richer, a little bit darker. It's even got a bit of a kind of very dark green tinge to it, I think, and it can be quite yeah, it smells darker, much darker than myrrh, but I suppose it's got that sometimes that same gingery kind of feel about it, and it's also got like it can be quite smoky. It's one I think as a resin you would notice, and isn't. Some of them are hard to tell apart, aren't they? I think this one is a little bit more distinctive. So yeah, that's basically my introduction to Opopanax. You don't need to waffle. Let's get into. So yeah, first up is the indie, and that's 4160 Tuesdays Red Queen. I'm noticing some of these brands seem to pop up a few times in a row, don't they? It just is what it is. Now Red Queen is it's a beautiful one from Sarah, and it's rosy. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? It's kind of a barbed rose, I'd say. Barbed, you know, the thorned rose. It's both a little bit fresh, a little bit of kind of greener feel, and then it gets much fuller. I think there might be vanilla benzoin giving it this kind of what have you, and also maybe some moss. You can tell I don't know the notes at all. I haven't looked for a while, but remembering what it actually smells like, and it has this kind of darker feel to it. And I think some of the darkness is coming from, quite obviously, because we're talking about it, the Opopanax in the base, which gives a rich, kind of dark, beautiful kind of resinousness. There are other resins in this. I think there might be labdanum and stuff, and it does have this kind of, with it all, with that sweet richness from the base, the resiny richness and sweetness, if you get what I mean. It's not, you know, candy sweet. There's a little bit of an incensey feel. So some other resin in there as well, perhaps, and also it's just it grows into this beautiful dark, kind of seductive rose type thing, which we all know is my kind of jam, but it still has that thorn in there, this little bit of a kind of green spikiness, and the musks and the patchouli and stuff also add to that feeling. It's a really nice one. So that's a Red Queen from 4160 Tuesday. So yeah, moving on to the niche, we could have guessed one of these was gonna come, the resin masters that are Amouage, and instead of going for Interlude Man, I've gone for Interlude Woman because it's spoken about less. Now Interlude Woman is impossible to describe. I'll do my best. It's kind of stuff. It's lots of sweet dark flowers, kind of clashy with, there's like a kiwi feel in there, there's fruitiness, there's muskiness, there's smoky things, there's loads of resins, and it all comes together to create this kind of dark, sweet, you know, kind of witch's brew, of course. Yeah, so as I say, it's like this concoction you get from three crones who are hanging about in woods, telling you that you're going to be a king one day. Here, sir, drink this. It's very sweet and kind of weird, and what's happening here? It's that kind of thing. But the Opopanax, like in the man's version, is really prominent in the base. In the man's version, it's the bit I love about the man's version, that sweet, dark, gingery, black, smoky resin. And it kind of has that same feel in the woman's version, but it's kind of goes more with them fruits and the kind of that intoxicating kind of dark, fruity, floral sweetness of it all. It all comes together really well. Like, again, you don't really, it's hard to pick things specifically out with this fragrance. Well, this is one of them things that does really stand out about it. So yeah, that's Interlude Woman from Amouage. So yeah, finally is one of them very famous ones. I'll have to be quick because of the wind. Chanel Cocoa. Now we know what this one's about. It's mainly the spices that, you know, the cloves and the kind of Chanel florals and stuff in there, and it's got that warm kind ofness, the little cheeky kind of, not over the top kind of animalic kind of grr in there. I wish it was more, probably was in the old days and stuff, no point dwelling on that, is what it is. And it's very classy and it's very elegant, and the resins play quite a major role in it, to be fair. And the Opopanax in this is a bit more of a lighter Opopanax than the others. It's a little brighter, but it still has that chewy kind of resinous about it, and then the sweetness, and it does have a tiny, I wouldn't say it's a smokiness actually this time, but a kind of gingery darkness, and it's there and it's in the base. It doesn't take over, it's not massively noticeable. You'll only smell it, you know, a few hours in, and it just adds that something else about it. I will say one thing about Chanel fragrances is they do use resins, and they are quite subtly and well used in there, and they do add a nice kind of feeling to it. And I think maybe with the Opopanax there is potentially myrrh and styrax kind of feel in there, like a more kind of a creamy resin in there, and it's just a beautiful fragrance. And that Opopanax, with all the stuff we know about it, just adds a nice little touch in there. So that's Chanel's. So yeah, you probably wouldn't believe me how long this one, probably 7-minute video has taken me, with stops and starts, which you'll be able to see, and refilming bits again and again, because the wind is ludicrous, driving me up the wall. So I'll try and get this finished quickly. So what's your favourite Opopanax kind of fragrance? Do you like a darker resin? Do you like a brighter resin? What is your favourite resin? Are you a fan of resins full stop? I mean, it's really a stupid question. I can't imagine people not liking resins, but yeah, they do certainly add a certain something to a fragrance, don't they? And they all do different things. I mean, is there a resin video I should do, as long as I know what it is? Alright folks, you probably can't hear me. I'm just going to end it here. Thanks for watching, bye.